What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Reality Kingdom, where we put the real in reality or whatever.
Period.
Period. Now,
Period.
y'all, we are here to give you a quick little live feed update. We will be doing these periodically throughout the season, so be on the lookout. Turn your post notifications on if you're not subscribed. Get subscribed, and if you don't follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitter because we're tweeting the shit, babe.
We're T Reality Kingdom on all social medias, but most definitely Twitter, because girl, we're giving you guys the updates. We're giving you guys the tea. So get into it.
Period. Lead popular ads. Oh, no, that's right. It's giving
Girl,
popular.
that's this damn MacBook.
So, so today, if you don't see the title, we will be talking about all of the night one tea, baby.
We will.
It was giving real nasty split.
It was giving a lot. It was giving a lot. It was giving a lot. Serene's in the game, and baby, it's starting.
The game is moving, bitch. Moving left, right, up, and down.
And we love that. And we love that. We love that for a Big Brother season.
We do. So honestly, let's hop right into it. I'm going to pull up the pictures. And so on these pictures, you will see a very vague layout of the house. This is not determined fully. None of this is definite. It can all change, but this is kind of
night one, baby.
This is kind of what we're seeing night one, just vaguely from the plans people are making. These are the plans that are getting made in the house. And so we'll just go over it. So first, if you're a visual learner, you can go to YouTube and see. But basically on the left side of the screen, we're going to have the one side of the house, kind of. So what we noticed night one was very quickly, a lot of the boys were around each other a lot.
They were.
As per. We saw Jag, Luke, Matt, and Jared kind of following each other around a lot. Honestly, following each other around a lot.
It was giving bro down, and I noticed that Riley was a lot with them as well, and a lot of her little circles. Like at first, I thought it was giving showmance with Luke because they seemed really flirty and fun and feisty, and then this Jag situation really happened, which I really prefer her more with Jag. I like this.
Me too. It's throughout the day, all day, Riley and Jag were like. They were playing tic-tac-toe together for random reasons. Jag was like, I'm going to sleep. And instead of going to sleep, he went up to play with Riley. It's like, okay, girl. Like
y'all giving showmance to the season, child.
Y'all are giving showmance. So that group of people kind of hung around each other a lot. And then we noticed, according to Kirsten, that Kirsten said that people were switching rooms to be in the same room together, which is the have-not room. So in the have-not room, we have Luke, Jared, Corey, and who else is up there? Hassan. And they were saying how that group of people are kind of purposefully, this is allegedly by Kirsten, that they were purposely switching rooms so that they can all be in the same room together. And then that kind of led to this morning.
Yes.
Where we got a conversation with Jag and Riley. How did you feel about the conversation, Lee, with them?
Well, I mean, I saw it coming because as you can see on the left side of the screen, it's in full Luke, Jag, Matt, Riley, Blue, Cameron, Corey, and America. These are all sort of the younger people of the house. And if you watched Feast last night or on Twitter or anything like that, like we said, Luke, Matt, Jag, Riley, they were around each other a lot. And we did see America in a lot of those conversations. Blue was bouncing in a lot of those conversations. Cameron really only is rooming with them.
That's the thing. It's a room thing going on.
And Corey wasn't really even liked as much early on. They thought that he was lying about the Nether Region thing that happened on premiere night. So it's more so like Pharaoh just mentioned, it's more so rooming because Corey is in the have-not room with Jared and Luke. So I'm not shocked that this group was kind of coming together because they seem like people who are a little bit more like-minded, like I said, on the younger side of things. And I mean, it just makes sense. Like that is a pretty stacked group though.
It is, especially like
actually get that
considering
together.
Competition abilities. I'm kind of a little scared, but basically this morning, Jag has kind of been the first person to talk in a strategic manner about this full group, really, because he and Riley were talking. Well, it was him and Riley. Him and Riley were talking, and they were in the scary room where they stay, and they say, this room is good. That room is them two, Blue, Cameron, and Matt. They say, we like this room, and we also like Corey, Luke, and America. So they were initially saying, okay, it needs to be us, and we need to add on Corey, Luke, and America so we can have numbers. And that's kind of what they've been. Oh, and Jared. They also like Jared. They're like Corey, Luke, Jared, and America. So they're kind of attempting a 9-person majority in this 17-person cast. And it's like, damn, that's everybody.
That's huge. Like
but
I
they
don't,
want
I
to
like
go.
that's just not gonna be able to work out. Like I don't really think, especially when you have someone like Sari in the game, who I feel like honestly in a normal situation, these people who are on the outside would be kind of screwed right now. But you have Sari, who is a masterclass strategist from Survivor. Get into it if you don't know. And then she kind of has that secret duo with Jared, which no one in the house knows as of yet except Izzy. So because of that
Mhm.
connection, if Jared is somehow included in this nine, we can bet our bottom dollar he will be telling Sari, which is going to then, just strengthen her side more. Because
Mhm.
whereas I feel like the younger side were doing it more because of age and stuff like that, I feel like Sari is really creating personable relationships with everyone on her side. So I
Yep.
think one thing that we saw about Sari in the Traders is that, and in her Survivor runs, like she values loyalty, and you can
Mhm.
find loyalty in any type of person. And like
Yep.
sometimes it really is the oddballs who are going to be 10 toes for your ass. So
Mhm.
I think that when it comes to strength in numbers, I have more trust in Sari's side, especially if Jared snitches to Sari.
Yeah. And that leads to kind of her structure. So what we noticed night one was Sari and Felicia were really, really cool. Like
Best
they were
girl,
tied
Sari and
to the
Felicia are giving final two, ride or
auntie power.
die.
The aunties.
The
The
auntie
what?
feeding it. I'm kind of living for it. I kind of
We're
live for it,
here.
y'all.
We're here. So they were
Now,
ride or die.
Kirsten needs to get stopped. Kirsten needs to stop being brought up, but I live for it.
We're gonna get to that, y'all. So Sari and Felicia were ride or dies. You know, they both said they liked Jared, and initially
Mm-hmm.
they were interested in forming a group with, of course, them two, Nicole and Kirsten, as a core four, with some outsiders who they can bring in. But that shifted throughout the night, and we'll
Oh
get into
God.
why later. So what it shifted to more so is that Sari and Felicia, they like Izzy a lot. They like Jared, and so does the other side. And then this morning, we saw a conversation with Sari and Izzy, and then later Sam. But the initial combo was, we like Sam. We need to bring him in. Of course, we got Felicia. She's on lock. We want Bowie. We just need to start talking game to Bowie. And we're thinking about Red. Sam came in and they kind of reiterated most of that to him. They were just like, we really like you. We need to lock it in. Sam's like, I like y'all a lot too. So that's kind of that side of the things. But
Mm-hmm.
they're not, they need to like lock in Bowie and Red. They haven't yet, similar to how this other side hasn't locked each other in either. So neither side are locked in.
And I think that's definitely because no HOH is being played yet. Its
Mm-hmm.
seeds are currently on Black Hole Fish. So we're assuming HOH is being played now. We don't know the outcome, if there's going to be a twist
Mm-hmm.
attached to it, whatever have you. But that's what's being done now. And I feel like if anyone on the younger side of things gets it, it's definitely going to solidify that core. And then that is going to start the domino effect of Jared probably telling Sari, and then Sari and the older people linking in with McCole and Kirsten.
Yes.
Because as
So
of now, they
right
don't
now,
want to work with them. Don't
yes.
know why, but
Right now,
they
well,
they do.
let's get into why, because McCall and Kirsten were initially included in the Cerise situation. However, what happened was, right when the feed started, there was an alliance called the Feline Five, whatever
Yeah,
you want to call
failing,
it.
phalanx,
I don't know how to say
phalanx.
the
It sounded like a
word.
COVID vaccine, child.
A COVID vaccine, five, and because it really did, and that was with Kirsten, Jared, Matt, Riley, and Luke. So
And that was not giving real alliance at all because
it was
it
giving
started
fake. It was
within the
giving
first minute.
because Jared and Kirsten are on the block. We're making this. That's what
Yeah.
I saw it as.
They also yelled the name. They were like phalanx. Like everyone.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
you could
was.
hear it if you wanted to hear it. Like it
Yeah,
didn't
it was like
give
tiki tiki.
real. It gave. It would be serious if one of us wins HOH though, but not
Mhm.
anymore.
So what happened was we saw Jared speaking to Sari, and Sari was like, "Okay, we got Felicia, we have McCole, we have Kirsten," and Jared was like, and she was like, "You don't trust Kirsten?" And he was like, "I don't trust Kirsten." And she was like, "Why?" And he was like, She made an alliance." He said, "Kirsten made an alliance
Mm-hmm.
with me, Riley, Matt, and Luke." And it's because she made that, it's just given she's trying to do too much, basically. And Sari was like, "Oh, okay," because Kirsten hadn't told Sari that information. So Jared said that Sari, I think Sari took that a little bit way. First of all, Jared thinking that in the first place is crazy
I didn't
because
know where the hell that came
him
from.
and Kirsten had another conversation later on where Kirsten basically gagged about that alliance with him a little bit. She was kind of like, "Yeah, those people, you're the only one I've been real with, and we see each other, we good." And Jared was like, "We see each other, we good," but they wasn't good.
Yeah,
He
and
didn't
then
see
but
each other.
that thing after that conversation, he then went to Sari and it was like, I don't trust
Yep,
her that much, and that
yep,
is what caused Sari not to trust Kirsten, or honestly McCole because she sees them as together. They see them as like
yep.
two people, as sort of a duo. It hasn't something that's being
Mhm.
talked around the house. But of course, Jared
It's
mentioned the
between a
Cerise,
few
Cerise mentioned
people.
the Felicia, and then
Yeah.
Izzy is in on it as well.
Yeah.
So Jared telling Cerise that information, it did kind of spread through the Cerise side of things. Bowie
Mhm.
mentioned it, and of course Izzy did as well.
Mhm.
And that kind of caused the distrust because they do feel like Kirsten is trying to play both sides, which honestly is just not the case. The girl is fighting for her life.
Yeah, she's on the block, I think, and she's just doing. She was doing a lot yesterday. She said she's gonna come out, calm down today, and today she's only spoken to people on the Cerise side of the board, really. So Izzy, Cerie, and Jared have all had multiple conversations, kind of discussion, and Felicia have all multiple conversations discussing how they don't really trust Kirsten that much, but they still want to target kind of Corey for this first vote. And that kind of is where we're at a little bit, really, with the House. A lot of people on Cerie's side are looking at Corey right now, but they're
Mhm.
fishy of Kirsten a lot, and it's like, ooh, it's getting a little scary. It really
Yeah,
is. So I don't know, but neither of these sides are solidified. These are just the concepts that they want to create, the conversations they've had so far, but it's giving split, and it's really giving Cerie's side will need McCall and Kirsten, and
they will.
they need to get on board with that like real quick. Also, to talk about more people who are in the middle, America and Blue, I have them on this side because these people said they want them, and
On
Blue
the
was
younger
in the
side.
conversation. Cerie and them haven't said they want to bring in America and Blue, but I think Cerie and them would have a lot. That's the thing. The connection to Blue and America is kind of through McCall and Kirsten. McCall and
Mhm.
Kirsten talk to America and Blue the most. But because Cerie's not considering McCall and Kirsten on their side, they can't really even pull in America and Blue the way they need to. So honestly, they need to get over that yesterday. And they
I
need to have
whole
Kirsten and McCall on lock so they can also get America and potentially Blue. But
I wholeheartedly believe that if anyone like in this younger side of things were to win, like the Luke, Matt, Jag group,
mhm,
they will solidify with Jared. Like I think the guys will solidify first, and then they'll spread out and lock in everyone else. As soon as
mhm,
Jared tells you that information, she's going to realize that not only am I not included in that 9 person, I also don't have a relationship with anyone in that 9.
mhm,
Suri really only has a relationship with the older players plus McCall and Kirsten, even though she's fishy on them right now. She
yeah,
is going to have to get over that. There's no other way. And it's interesting to see where is Jared going to lie in this. Jared really, really enjoys Luke. He really enjoys Matt. This morning on feed, Suri told him, like, Matt is not feeling me like that. Luke is not feeling me like that. And Jared was confused, but it's like, baby, when have they mentioned that they want to work with
that's the
or
thing.
talk with Suri? It does not make any sense. Like, the younger people have all been vibing. The older people have been in the back chilling.
Mm-mm,
So it never made any sense that
mhm,
Jared thought that Matt was going to be looking out for Suri. So I really hope, because there's a lot of talk on Twitter, like, is Suri going to sacrifice her game? Like, will she put his game first? I don't think she will. She has her own people, and it's now
yeah,
completely different from Jared's. But the
yeah,
difference is Suri has influence in her group, whereas Jared has zero, I don't believe.
yeah.
I don't even think
Jared
Jared
has
would be able to keep Suri safe if they say they want her out.
Yeah, Jared's like reads have been really off because the Kirsten thing was all wrong, and he literally has this entire side not trusting Kirsten when he and Tariq need Kirsten to be with them because Kirsten and Nicole already talked about how they need to protect Jared, but we're down with the girls and like they're wanting to protect Jared. Jared's throwing their name under the bus, and also Cerie last night asked Jared, she was like, Matt, I don't think Matt really likes me that much, and Jared was like, No, Matt loves you. He literally loves you. He didn't say anything wrong about you. And it's like that wasn't there was no scene on the feeds where that conversation happened. So I
Yeah,
don't know if he's just thinking who he wants to work with. I think if Suri wasn't in this house, Jared would firmly be with these people
a
on
hundred
the
percent.
younger side, 100%. The only thing that's keeping that from happening is the fact that his mama is literally in the house. So honestly, thank the Lord.
Right.
It's giving a little bit of
I
thank the
saw someone
Lord.
on Twitter was like, "Oh, y'all would be mad if this was a Dr. Will or Dan coming in here and had their son. Like, it's obvious rig." And it's like, well,
Hey,
this is the game. Expect the unexpected.
it's been obvious rig for
But
so many seasons. I'm over it now.
I
Oh
mean,
well.
honestly. But in general, I am excited to see Suri play this game. I do not want her to go home, so I don't really give a damn. I hate to
Me
say it,
too.
but in
Yeah.
general, as you guys may have known, like it's Corey, Kirsten, Jared, and who else on the block? Corey,
Felicia on the
Kirsten,
block.
Jerry, and Felicia on the block. We don't know if they can play in HOH yet. But basically, I believe, like we mentioned earlier, one of these sides are going to start solidifying once. I think both will solidify whoever wins HOH. Once
Mhm.
people know who's in power and what decisions they get to make, whether it pulled two people off or whatever have you about the block competition. We don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we're going to see these sides solidify. And I do think that, I mean, other than you have like, I can see Blue, Cameron, Corey, America ending up in the middle on either side. And I can also see Red more in the middle on either side.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be really interesting, but I do feel like the core of each, in my opinion, is Luke, Jag, Matt, Riley for the younger side, and
Mm-hmm.
then the older side would be Sari, Izzy, Felicia, Bowie, maybe, and they're locking in Hassam already.
Yeah.
So it's going to get really interesting. I'm praying for Gen X HOH. We're
Period.
here.
We're here. So yeah, honestly, y'all, we just have to wait for the HOH to come through. When the HOH competition is done, we get way more details on basically what's going to solidify and what's not. Tonight, we'll probably get a lot more information because that was just day one feeds, bitch.
That was night one.
Night one. Not even a full day. So honestly, just be on the lookout. Like I said, we'll be giving you updates periodically. Whenever they come, honestly, whenever they're needed. So be on the lookout. Make sure y'all put our post notifications on. And baby, honestly, that's it. We're out for now.
Aww.
Bye.